Good luck, everyone.
Welcome y'all to another Skip Barber race. This week we're at Donington Park. This will be my second race today. And I made a bit of a mistake in the first one, being a little overly aggressive. And looks like we have Matt Malone in the race with us today, as well as Brian. And it looks like Carl had a little bit of an issue during qual and got 1X's on both laps.
Gosh.
If he gets up next to us, the game plan is going to be to let him go by and then attach the tow rope and hope he can pull us along. It's also frustrating because in the last race I was actually able to pull off a 16.8 without draft.
Maybe barely, but I wouldn't try it.
It's not worth the risk. In all honesty, the performance benefit is so tiny. Why take the chance?
But got to go fast.
For at least most of the race.
Well, I'll tell you what, better yet, if you're starting in front of me, go with 2.1 so you run out and I can pass you.
I expect to see you passing quite a few people there, Carl.
I hope.
Me too. Here we go.
Green, green, green.
So the goal is to hopefully not get ourselves into the same situation we did last race, where we kind of lifted going into like turn 3-4-ish to not hit anybody, and then the person just...
Stay on the left. Clear, right side. Clear, car right.
person next to us to kind of, or behind us, took advantage of that,
Hold your line.
and it ended poorly for us.
Hold your line. Clear on the right.
Yes, let's blow up the engine, because that's a good idea.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the right.
Should have just fell in behind him. Remember, cold tires. But I hope you liked your view of Matt, because that's the last time we'll probably be seeing him this race. And the game is going to be, can we survive whatever's about to happen here?
Left side. Clear.
Even though we were the ones that almost caused what happened there.
Car on your left. Still there. Hold your line.
Just need to calm it down.
Minute 29.189. Stay on the right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left. Slow car ahead. Left side. Clear on the left.
It's like Brian didn't have a good day. If you think I'm cowarding out a bit, I am. So I don't know this person's break points. It looks like we have a stopper in the back behind us to keep some of the other faster people from getting by. Okay, time to calm down, relax, and get our composure back.
1 minute 19.
Because we can do better than 19s.
7.
We should be looking at 17s. The key will be getting set up somewhere to get a run and get past. And if you can get a good enough run, this isn't a bad place to do it. I think I'm just a bit too far back right now. Yep, Carl got away. He'll be in our rear view here shortly. I was hoping for a slightly better run out of there.
1 minute 17.
I'm not sure how to time it exactly.
04.
Not had a chance to really practice side-by-side racing here a lot yet. Tried to a little bit in the open practice I joined earlier today. There just wasn't a lot to be had. As is usually the case, I found, you either have to run someone down that's a lot slower than you, or hope you eventually get passed by someone that's faster than you.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Not sure what happened there. Hopefully nothing too bad. Okay, we want to not run him over. But we do want to get a good exit.
Still there. Clear on the right. 1 minute 17.
And that'll work.
759.
Okay, that scares me. That was a mistake on my part.
Left side. Clear on the left.
That was a pretty jerk move. Post-race me here. Just want to say, there's a really good lap in there. So if you're looking for help with your lap times, it will be lap 15 if you're curious and just want to jump to it and pass all the other stuff. Just wanted to point that out. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the race. That was going well, too. I don't want to be over here. Slide out, slide out. Yeah, the second I saw that person almost run me over in turn 1, I was then worried and confirmed. And now all I get to hope for is not last. Really hate that about this car. About the same gap that I had last race to the people behind me, except I have less laps to defend. Well, not defend, but stay ahead without getting lapped. Maybe we can catch Brian. Now I get to probably be quiet for a little while I'm just trying to recollect myself and not just be angry and bitter about that happening yet again. Here. I didn't even think I broke that much. Something not I normally do, I thought. Well, we'll see in the replay if I did or not. And I hate to be an iRacingist, or an iRatingist, but car 15, sorry, I don't trust you. Until you prove that I can trust you, I have zero trust in you, especially when you almost run me over in turn 1. I need to stop and just focus on my driving. See, there we go. I can do decent laps. I don't know why it takes me forever to get them done. So I've taken to start kind of streaming early practice of the tracks on Twitch. No really time zone. It's just something I kind of start doing. Random streams. Just for the fun of it. I think what I need to start doing is announcing on YouTube when I do them.
Minute 17.459.
Yeah, that turn's all about patience, which I apparently don't have right now. Funnily enough, that turn has become one of the turns I'm not having as many problems with now. And it was a chronic problem last season and the season before. It seems, I think I probably wasn't slowing down enough. And I was going to say, so in the chicane, I actually saw somebody in practice taking it in third.
1 minute 17.
I was pretty surprised to see, or at least that's what it sounded like. And then and on Saturday I was taking the turn where I got rear-ended in fourth. Which I will also point out, I noticed that it was yet again a 0x, but I had damage. That turn in fourth. I'm not bitter about that at all, for it repeatedly happening. And now I need to calm down, otherwise it's going to hurt me more. Now I'm just getting angry again. So I tried taking the chicane a few times in third, and it wasn't terrible for the number of times I tried it. the best time I did it, I was still a hair bit slower than taking it in second typically. So there might be something to that. I just haven't had a chance to really practice it, so I'm doing it in second still. And that turn, I was able to do it pretty quickly in fourth. But I wanted to confirm fourth was the best way to do it and not third. So today I practiced in third. And since I've gotten good results in third, I've been keeping going with it. And I'll try again in fourth tomorrow for practice.
Nice save, Matt.
One minute, 17.068.
Right here? Yeah, get a little scary sometimes.
And we have pace here, which is I think the most incredibly frustrating thing about it. About what always seems to happen to us. We have really good pace here. I mean, we're not running at 16 right now, but we're not far from it. Just got to figure out how to do that in qual, because that's what's killing me. Is I get stuck so far back, I'm having a hard time then getting around people. That was just terribleness on my part.
One minute, 17.7.
Okay, back into it. And yes, using third there is how I got the 16.8. Even though I got an off track, I'm not sure where I got the off track for it. I haven't had a chance to look over the footage to see when it happened on the lap. The other problem I will say is that I've been practicing in afternoon default weather, which is a bit warmer. Because I forgot, and I usually like to, when a race is in afternoon default weather, I like to start back there, since that's what it was last season. Kind of gives me a baseline to see if I've improved at all.
Minute, 17.589.
And I'm pretty sure that turn right there is where I'm losing most of my time. You know, I'm sliding a bit through that turn right now. In this weather, I'm really trying to figure out exactly what my lines are.
1 minute 17.245. You've got 5 laps to go.
You are starting to see some consistency in the range I'd like to see it. You know, I'd rather see a 16 there instead of a 17 at the front. Surprised I didn't get a 1X for that. Since that corner seems to be my nemesis most of the time in invalidating laps.
Got a left, Matt. Okay, go out, Matt.
1 minute 16.699.
Worked last time, I can do it again, right? No, not when you didn't slow enough. Oh, looks like I may not end up being last. Woohoo. It's every time I've been killed here so far this season, even most of the time last season, it's never just a little tap that I can then drive off. It always happens like about here. Or here, so then you have this long drive with a very crippled car, trying to hold it straight enough not to kill anybody else. I know the faster liners kind of go over the curbs. I just haven't been able to get the consistency in hitting them as you need to hit them and not bounce the car all over the place to feel comfortable trying to do it. Which is why I've been kind of doing the safer, more consistent line.
Got 2 laps to go.
What I was trying to say earlier, though, is that because of that kind of damage, you then have to hobble back to the pits. The odds of actually catching anybody again is slim to none. And pit row is pretty deep, has a decent length too, so that doesn't help either.
Carl, sorry.
Also doesn't help screwing up your turn in.
1 minute 18.321.
Oh no.
White flag. 1 more lap to go.
I swear, anytime I complain about my luck, I just need to think about Carl. He is just incredibly unlucky. Yeah, I overpushed that quite a bit. I just would like to be in a position to catch somebody if I get a chance to. If somebody spins out or makes a big mistake, or somebody else runs into the back of somebody, then there's still a chance. No, I'm not bitter about that still. Back to not caring. Okay, let's put in one last good lap here. Or it looks like we're going to go for the exciting Drifto lap. That works too.
Oh, sorry for that, man. Racing got a little bit too hard at the end, right? Congratulations. Oh, man.
Don't worry, man. Racing incident, Drifto. You have to go first.
And if you're curious, there's some white signs off to the right there that I'm using for my marks. There's a white one right at the end of the fence. There's just plain white that I use as my brake point when I reach it. And then there's one that's kind of a curved right turn arrow. And I should be turning in before before the edge of my screen gets there. The bad news is, unless you have the same FOV as I do, it probably won't work for you very well, because I use the edge of my screen when it gets close to them.
Alright, there's the checkered flag. Better schedule some...
So a couple of notes. Like I was saying earlier, I still need to really work on my consistency, because if I could have that down, then I could do a whole lot better in some of these races. While I'm not exactly unhappy with my lap times, I'd still like to be able to get a couple more 16s in there every once in a while, because I'm sure a lot of people would. Because if I could do that, that was a really good time. Looking at the times, that was a very competitive time too. It would have been interesting to see where this race would have gone had what happened not happened. And it looks like what happened with him was he got a really good qual, was up in 5th, and then at one point was up in 3rd, and then someone dive bombed him, and I think he was just lit after that and just over pushing, because as you can see, he DQ'd out. The other very interesting thing to me was that my consistency on that turn was pretty good. We're losing time there, because I looked at the winner's fastest lap, and he was doing about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster through that turn, roughly, as far as I can guess. So we're still getting better. We still just have a lot of things to work on, and hopefully we can fix those things for the next couple of races. With that, if you like, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you have any questions, suggestions, feedback, or advice, drop it in the box below. Good luck in your races, and y'all take it easy.